want to talk about self-definition today. So this is an identity work, how you define yourself. Now, let's step back and think about this because this is probably one of the most important work and practice and awareness that we can cultivate in order to grow whatever that is that you're doing. So we talk about how identity that we form is based on the belief that we have, how we see ourselves and how we feel about ourselves in this physical world. And that energy that lives inside of your body is the cause of the effect that we attract in the outside. So simply, the energy in which we operate is the mirror, the reflection of what we want to create in the outside. So whatever that you see in the outside is reflecting what's inside of us, right? Now, and then we use visualization, affirmation with that, using our intellectual mind with that identifying the kind of person that we want to become. Yeah. And the blind spot that I have noticed is that, yeah, those exercises are excellent and fantastic, and it gives us an opportunity to shift our attention. But the more important thing that we want to begin paying attention to is actually every move that we make, every move that we make in our life, every single moment. And the movement could be the action that we take using the physical body, or how the mind moves inside of us to begin thinking about something, right? So I'm talking about the inner dialogue, right? I'm talking about how we have an opinion about something in the outside. Those internal dialogue is part of the movement that I'm talking about. So every move that we make internally and externally is defining how we're showing up every single moment, right? So that needs to be taken care of in order to change how we want to define ourselves. So let's do a little bit of exercise, right? Now, it's a natural tendency because this physical realm is a physical realm. So you have the body, you have the thing, and this place is a place that we do things, right? You move the body and you take action. Uh, the physical realm is the realm of the doing and the having, right? Because if you don't have anything and if you don't do anything, there's no point of having this physical realm. That's the physical world is for, right? So then it's a natural tendency for all of us to begin seeing ourselves, defining ourselves with the having and the doing. So the exercise is, okay, are you defining yourself based on what you have, what you don't have? This is interesting, right? People define themselves and create a concept of who they think they are in the world based on what they have and what they don't have. So if we practice not defining ourselves with the having, you will automatically be practicing defining yourself with whatever that is that you are not having, because they go together, right? So notice, right? It could be the, the body that you have, the flexibility that you have, the the whatever the possession that you have, right? And I'm not saying that you cannot define yourself with that. You're welcome to define yourself with what you have. But the message here is the essence of who you truly are has nothing to do with it. So the essence of who you truly are has nothing to do with what you have. Okay, let's talk about the do, right? So if you're doing things in a certain way, and you might have this sort of internal evaluation of if I'm doing this, I'm good. If I'm doing this, I'm not good, right? So anything and everything that you do on a day-to-day basis, are we defining ourselves, who we think we are with that doing, right? So if you get things done, you feel good about yourself. If you do the things in a way that you're planning, you feel that you accomplish and productive, right? It's good to feel accomplished and productive, but if you let that be the only way to define yourself, then you will suffer, right? So here's the point of this conversation, right? To become aware how we are actually self-defining through our having and doing. And the danger of that is if you define yourself with based on what you see and do and have in the physical world, you will constantly be suffering because you will not feel good when you don't have it and when you're not doing it. So the internal spiritual muscles that we want to cultivate is how can we align with the self-definition of the essence that you are a infinite essence, part of the infinite essence of who you are. And no matter what you have, what you don't have, no matter what you do, don't do, that doesn't impact how you define yourself because none of those stuff will define you when you really align with who you truly are. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to strive for expanding your life to fulfill your desire, but it means that you will be having fun creating it instead of creating pressure when you experience the lack thereof. Does that make sense? When because expanding your life to play and to experience the abundance that the life has to offer is a positive thing. It's not something that you want to limit yourself from having and doing. But the danger is when that takes over and begin hijacking. Now, this is a fantastic word, right? When that takes over, the self-definition based on the having and doing start taking over and hijacking the definition of who you truly are. Now you are living in reverse. We are living in reverse. So how does this work practically, right? It means that if you define yourself with the essence of who you are perfect and complete and free already. Then you are not in this state of lack, right? And then you will enjoy creating more because creating more is given and life on earth was given to be able to have an opportunity to give and circulate. So you will feel so good when you don't have, when you're not doing, and when you're having and when you're doing. Yeah. That's what's going to happen when you practice defining yourself with the essence, with the wholeness and oneness and completion of who you truly are. And you will enjoy playing in this 3D physical realm to create more of that, to fulfill the desire, to touch others, and to impact others, to illuminate the world by helping people see the light in them. So much fun. Yeah. So this self-definition, we want to anchor ourselves in that spiritual realm first, and then begin playing in this physical realm to create a next layer of the definition. But that doesn't mean that you are not worthy or valuable when you don't have it, because that doesn't fundamentally define who you truly are. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope this is helpful to uh, shift a little bit of the perspective. Yeah. And let me know what was the number one takeaway, because this kind of thing can be a little bit puzzling. And when you really get it, you can really ground yourself into that knowing, and life becomes forever expansive. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.